area.
Yeah,
Ochre.
those are beautiful. That's the color. That's the color. When I said melanating the gallery, that's the color. That's the color. Yeah.
So it's the richness of the soil being represented in this part of the exhibition. But you'll see that a lot of the pieces overlap with many of the themes, which is landscape, spirituality, which is what we move into secondly. And downstairs is all represented by black corporality, so the black body. So, and how those three kind of make up the dirty side of the exhibition. So then we move into this space, which is white and paint blue walls. Only 3 pieces upstairs have sound, so you're hearing music come from Nadine Robinson's work here. And then when we were on that corner, we were hearing, did we hear? I have the definitely hear. So the sound comes from this piece here, Wisteria by Hamilton. I wonder if they've turned that one down. It used to be really loud. I know individuals have been like, I gotta use a restroom.
It triggers
After hearing the water flowing, people want to I know my students just said. The Nadine Robinson has sound, and then you hear in the far corner Sister Gertrude's music that she's made. That is probably the smallest space, so there's 2 viewing rooms. And that space has many of the quilt works. And then there is the installation by Rodney McMillan, which is here in this space here. Yeah. So then this enigmatic space by Rodney McMillan, which we are able to enter, so all the guests can enter. You can sit on these moves, so you just have to be careful. Everything's vinyl in this space.
Something's gonna happen in here. Something's gonna happen in here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Woo! Yeah. Yes. Just give us 2 seconds. Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Remember when we watched that video, the church video, Jasmine? Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Woo! Yeah. This will be a place that we bring. We'll talk through that. But yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's enigmatic. The light has no shade on it, so everyone becomes red. Like no matter your skin tone, everyone gets like a red tone on them. So it's kind of like a seeping color that happens because of the space. And it's probably one of my favorite spaces. Sister Gertrude's what you're hearing. So this is all her work on this side of the wall. And she was one of the intuitional artists. So many of the artists are either classically trained or not classically trained. And so it's really great to see this mix of everybody on the same platform in a way, and in the same space, and lifted up in the same high regard, and not having like, oh, this is folk art, this is outsider art. Everybody's in conversation and putting, 2 different kinds of artists that work in 2 different kind of medium next to each other.
Did they speak to curatorially why from terracotta ochre into the hang blue?
Yes, because of the sections of spirituality. So now we're in the sinners and saints section. So she has the hang blue as that protective color. And then downstairs, everything is like the concrete wall color. So yeah, it is kind of to have the viewer know that there's different sections of it. And then there's like this small corner here of 2 works as well. So there's also this space, this pathway. Yeah, that's all cotton. It's all garments.
In epoxy?
Yes.
In a resin?
Yes. And I love how it sits on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this piece is by Kevin Beasley.
Yeah.
So house dresses, caftans, t-shirts, cotton, and really taking on that material material culture of the exhibition, talking about cotton and its representation in the South, and then taking that to the next level of thinking about the people and those and what they do and their actions, and then making this like very heavy piece that sits and has its own weight, right? Like that whole definition.
Would we be able to bring a quilt and sit it on the floor?
I can ask that question for you.
Okay.
I can ask that question for you. And I love how she's Jamaican, the artist. They would bring all the speakers together to have the most loud experience in the street with the music. Older seniors thinking about paintings coming off the wall and being able to travel. So thinking about his own family that's been kind of misplaced and traveling, and how do you make a painting that's different than just being on a canvas. And I like how in this section especially, there's a musical piece behind us that represents music, but there's also works without sound that are just so loud.
Is that bearded?
I think so. We'll double check. Yes.
This is available 40 acres of land in 1891. And so they spent 11 months cultivating the crop that they later used to acquire the land that they were working. And so that's one of the sort of impetuses or medicines or inquiries that we're doing in this work, is how do we utilize our creative arts practice, our cultural production, as a means of liberation, despite its participation in a system that is also encapsulating us. So it's like using poison to find the medicine, and then turning that poison into the medicine. This shit amazing. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be so delicious. Okay, there's another dimension.
Yes, so then downstairs we move.
That's Renee Stout.
Yes, I know. Her chat is someone who wrote about her, was incredible with Valerie Cassel. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Some of the programming, if you want to find some more inspiration from some of the artwork, all the programming from the VMFA is all online. It was all digital. And then we go downstairs. Oh, is this one of your?
Praise house. I was
waiting
for that.
Wait. So ask that question again that you just asked to Victor.
It more than I imagined.
Yeah.
This is opulently decadent, and it's speaking to the constellation of so many expressions that we want to tease through. So it's like that paint blue coming from Puerto Rico. That's a thing.
Yeah.
The use of color as a means of spiritual protection.
That's the study I was doing with Jaboulet and Urban Bush Women. Paint blue. That was the project. Until I left in July, but just this way of embodying blue, embodying water, resourcing water within ourselves to then, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm a reflector. That's my protection. This way of the glint and the glitter, not just being for shiny shit,
but to keep shit off. We're going to have so much delicious fun. This is a soul vitamin.
Yeah. Convergence.
Yeah. Give us 2 seconds. Woo! Jasmine Harmonics will be doing the video documentation. Jasmine is an embodied water being who will be reflecting movement throughout the piece. So, yeah.
We were going to hear is the Cabinet of Wonder. So the sound that we're hearing is from the author Jaffa, Ultralight Beam by Kanye West, and then you'll hear this music that comes from the videos. And they kind of go into the Cabinet of Wonder.
different.
Yeah, it's like the surrealist cabinet of wonder over at the Manil.
Okay.
So you can see that the videos take their different turns of playing the music from each of the wonderful
Cabinet corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this is so much more than I imagined.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome giving tours to all walks of life. So that's kind of where my work does. And then, so it's been exciting just talking about like this piece with special needs students and like having them get it, understand artwork, understand how large scale everyone's working as well, and how incredible that is, how rich that is, and talking about heavy topics like this work by Deborah is called Let the Children Be. And so here you're thinking about the students, the children are moving in a playful manner, but their faces are so serious.
Yeah.
So it's like growing up too fast and how the systems create that for them. And so like having a student on their own be like a curator unpacking that on themselves is so powerful for them to know and see their own experiences too.
Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Radcliffe Bailey. Fiesta.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So y'all ain't playing with this show.
Yes, you see the immense amount of works that I've put together.
Yeah.
And creating new conversations too. Yeah, it's exciting. All these works in this space.
How long has it been living? How long has it been?
Here at CAMH, it's been since November. Yes. And then it was up for several months in the Virginia Fine Arts Museum. And I believe the next it's going either to Miami or Denver. One of the two.
Okay. So your riverbed runs from Dismal Swamp, low-hanging fruit, to Dove Club in Kingston, Jamaica. Okay?
Okay, all this is happening simultaneously?
So the idea is, quick recapitulation, audience comes in and they're met by a docent who gives them information about this world that they're entering. As they enter the world, you all are already in your zone, interpreting what you sense and hear from each of these places. So you all are an experiential extension of these works. At a certain point, after about 30 minutes, we will then all gather. You'll know, because I will come and gather us all together, and we'll have a meditation moment with the people, and then we carry them across the street, okay? So we'll be in an active movement meditation for about 30 to 45 minutes over here, from 6:30 until about 7, then go across the street, okay? Cool beans? Tabernacle, poof. This gives like nighttime Dismal Swamp, sugar, plantation just before they leave. Those are the candles they use for finding their route away from. We've got this painting here. This brother's thinking about how do we get off the wall? How do we get out of the frame? How do we paint things that are not just stuck and stagnant? So even as we explore our movement vocabulary, it can get ugly, it can get odd, it can get erotic, because all of that is blackness. So we explore that constellation of blackness and movement for the visitors who come and visit. And we remind them that they too are vastness.